You ready?
Do you want to ask?
Okay, I'm Truett, and I'm here with my sister Katie. Friends at school call her Kat.
It's true.
But you can call her whatever, I guess.
No.
Don't call her whatever. Katie had an interesting question for me one day. Do you want to share your interesting question?
Yes. I had spoken about this with some of my friends. We had a 3-hour-long conversation. The question was, how would society look if we photosynthesized instead of ate food?
I have a huge answer right on the tip of my tongue, but I want to hear your speculations. First, what are the parameters of the conversation? Like you said, we still have to look human. Like you can't just morph us into these animal-like or plant-like creatures.
Correct. Because already, if we photosynthesized, teeth would most likely be gone, and that would be really horrifying. Just in general, I don't like that. So
the parameters of the question are, we still have to look as human as possible.
Yes.
Okay. So what if we fine-tune the question and we said, what if we started photosynthesizing now instead of eating? What would maybe we could start speculating on what would happen to our bodies.
Interesting.
Well, I think your speculation about teeth is a good one. We wouldn't need our teeth anymore.
Yeah.
Since we wouldn't be chewing, then our jaws would actually shrink.
Ooh. Do you think that people, since they're used to having, like, some kind of, like, taste in things, gum might become a lot more popular?
Gum? Oh, like chewing gum?
Yeah, like chewing gum. Well, because people are so used to having a flavor or some kind of texture in their mouth.
But we wouldn't, I think we would lose our teeth. I think you're right in saying that we would lose our teeth. So we wouldn't have teeth to chew gum.
Well, we might not lose our teeth immediately, though. Like, if you and I, maybe generations, teeth would become obsolete. I mean, first of all, it would destroy so many economic things.
Okay, that leads into my big point.
Okay.
If humans started photosynthesizing instead of eating food, we would advance technologically very rapidly.
Yes, we talked about this as well.
Yeah, because I just made a few videos talking about how food production was a major reason why societies advanced technologically. And so if everyone could just have energy and they didn't need to bother with food production, I think that technology would explode because we wouldn't need to spend so much time and energy and resources with food.
Well, and then you wouldn't need to spend, like, hours working for food production. You would be working for rent, probably.
Yeah. I think that we would end up, I think that probably flavored water would be super popular. Because I think that maybe chewing gum at first, but then eventually I think flavored water would be huge.
Flavored water is already such a big thing, and then there's also sodas.
I'm drinking it.
Do you think that I'm
drinking sparkling flavored water.
Or like if we drank anything other than water, we might get sick. Because our bodies, if it was like an immediate change, would not be able to process it like they...
I think a lot of diseases would also go away because we tend to get a lot of diseases from food.
Mm-hmm.
All nutritional problems would evaporate. We wouldn't have them anymore because a lot of people, they're dairy-free, gluten-free, they can't eat this, can't eat that. Mm-hmm. All those would go away. So a lot of medical expenses would go down. Okay, technology would explode. Medical costs would plummet because we wouldn't have all these nutritional problems. We would have flavored water. Probably wouldn't.
Well, we do have flavored water.
That's right. But I think we would have a lot more. We'd have a lot more flavored water. Oh, our jaws would shrink.
Yeah, jaws would
shrink. Would we get really tan? Because we would like...
Okay, we thought about this.
Yeah, what about our skin color? Our skin color would probably darken.
Probably. My thought would be you could still get sunburned, but there would be like lamps, like sun lamps that you could still
people
use.
would have sun lamps in their house. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But does that work? Can plants grow with sun lamps?
Yeah. Well, there's some kind of lamps that people can grow plants with, like incubation stuff.
You could kill someone by just putting them in a dark room.
Yeah. You could.
Cannibalism would not be a thing.
You're right. Cannibalism would not be a thing.
Because we couldn't even, our jaws would shrink, we wouldn't have teeth, we couldn't do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We would all be vegans, technically.
Technically,
yeah.
Yes.
That'd make PETA very happy. PETA would be happy. Vegans would be happy, because we'd all be vegans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Would we still hunt just for the fun of it? Just for the sport of it?
Some people would.
Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
so. People would still hunt just for the sport.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe a lot of international conflict would diminish. We wouldn't have food scarcity. So we wouldn't be fighting about resources as much. So maybe war would diminish.
I don't know if I agree with that. Because I think a lot of oil is really big in conflict.
Yeah, that too.
So I feel like we would still have a lot of conflict, and I think the conflict would actually shift over to land. I mean, we already have that a little bit, but like land as in what is the best place for sunlight.
Do you think that different types of sunlight would taste different?
Do you taste the sun?
No, I don't. But if we photosynthesize, maybe we develop a taste for it. And we would think that, well, the sunlight over in this region tastes better than the sunlight over in this region.
Maybe it wouldn't be like a taste kind of sense. Maybe it would be a different kind of sense.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it'd be more feeling, but...
Yeah, it would be more of like a tactile almost kind of
maybe
feeling.
So, yeah. Would our houses change, do you think?
Yes, I think so.
We would probably put a lot more windows in our houses.
Yes. Single floor houses would be, with patios, would be a lot more popular.
I think that people would move away from clouded areas. And I think we'd all probably start moving to the equator more. I think people would probably start moving out of valleys and into the mountains.
Is there more sunlight in the mountains?
Well, because if you're in a valley, you're in shadow from mountainous areas around you.
That makes sense.
Would we be more sensitive to like storms and cloud coverage? Would cloud coverage become like a national emergency or a local emergency or something like that?
I don't think so, because if you look outside, all these plants are doing just fine.
That's true.
And it's cloudy. I think we'd be pretty hardy to it.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know how long plants can go without sunlight.
It's a good question. I'm done with my flavored water.
Very on brand.
Yeah.
I imagine we'd start wearing like more shorts and like open backed things.
Yeah.
Maybe like tank tops.
Yeah. Yeah. Our yeah, you're right. Our clothing style would change probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the winter, it would be tough, but it would be very cloudy, and I imagine we'd be very sluggish if you lived in a cold environment.
Yeah. 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 We wouldn't have as much energy. That's true. Okay. Our clothing style would change. I think our technology would skyrocket. Our medical costs would go down. We touched on physiological changes with our jaws and our teeth. Would we have any more physiological changes, do you think? Talking about physiological changes would probably be a lot.
Yeah, because
there's probably a lot of nuances and physiological changes that I just don't know about.
Yeah, and as somebody who's not a scientist.
Yeah.
Or an anthropologist.
Maybe a biologist can jump in the chat and start speculating.
Obviously, restaurant culture would go away.
Yeah. We would lose restaurants. We would lose restaurants.
We would.
Oh.
So that would change a lot
sucks.
Socially.
Yeah, that's true. What we would do we would just like lay out on the lawn as a social activity.
I do that as a social activity. No, that sucks.
That's funny.
Because it's
would we have here, would the restaurant industry be replaced by the sun lamp industry, where different venues would have sun lamps with different flavors of sunlight?
Okay, so I thought about this. Oh, goodness. I thought about this. So the restaurant industry would go away.
Okay.
But I'm thinking that instead of restaurants, we would have some kind of like It would be like rooms that are decorated to a certain aesthetic, and you go and like you lay in them, and like either sun lamp or if it's a sunny enough spot, it's like sun
they would
coming
have
down.
just like a glass roof. Yeah,
it'd be like an aesthetic thing.
Yeah,
like a spa kind of deal.
Yeah.
But it's not social unless you talk while you're doing it. But it's not the same.
Yeah,
We would lose such a core communal act because eating is such a social communal act in and of itself. You invite somebody out to coffee.
Yeah.
You invite somebody out to eat.
Yeah.
You lose that,
Yeah.
which would change.
That would suck.
That would really
we
suck.
would lose restaurant culture.
We would lose restaurant culture.
We could not eat a baguette.
Mm-mm.
No more baguettes.
No more baguettes.
No more pizza.
That's true. No more ice cream.
No more Olive Garden breadsticks.
There you go.
That's it.
It's true. Maybe you can ask your viewers what they think the new communal act would be.
Yeah. Okay, chat. What do you think the next communal activity would be if we photosynthesized instead of ate? Restaurant culture would go away, so what would be the new communal activity? I don't have anything else to say, do you?
I don't really have anything else to say.
Okay, cool. All right, hit the button, hit the bell. Catch you later.